Clean. Good morning. Good morning. I have so much to share with you, and we have a very powerful class. It's always powerful, but I don't know. I'm stepping into a new dimension. Are you? I just, in this last, I don't know, year or so, I feel like that I have opened up the world in a way. I haven't opened up the world. The world has opened up in a way that has created so many more worlds, so many more dimensions, so many more experiences that are not just this body. That's the very basis of our yoga training. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm so much more. But it's interesting, I was watching this beautiful teaching on the shamans last night, and a little quote was, "Everyone is waiting for eternity." And the shaman says, "How about tonight?" How about just tonight? So go ahead and lie on your back for a moment. Bend your knees, plant your feet. We are at a very interesting place in consciousness where we are exploding. Our human consciousness is exploding. We are entering into so many different realms if we wish to. And no longer do we have to grasp for tools that are just so precious to have, but somewhat time to let go of. And the one challenge that we have with time is that it links us with cause and effect. And so to return to that place of being timeless, to return to that place of being infinite, says, well, how about let's just look at right now? And so this breath that I'd like you to begin with is a very interesting breath, and it may allow you to send shivers through your body. The point of it is to wake up anything that has gone dormant, any cell of your body that has taken a rest. It's time to wake it up. Because if we remember through Ayurveda, every cell of the body is the Atman, is the pure consciousness. And through our daily activities, through maybe waiting for something else instead of being present, we've shut down some of that consciousness. And the world is telling us to wake it back up right now. So the breath is through the mouth, and it goes into the belly first. So it's into the belly through the mouth, and then do one more mouth breath up into your chest. So it's 2 breaths in, and then out through the mouth. And you're going to feel your belly rise, your chest rise on the inhale. And then the exhale, like you're just letting go. If you can lay on your back, I'd prefer you be on your back. If you cannot, you can stay upright. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. 2 quick breaths in. So many worlds of realities, and we have somehow focused on just this one. And so we open ourselves up to the dimensions, so we expand. And in that expansion, this moment is the most important moment we're in. Keep going. You might come up against an edge, I get it. If you do, take a break. Try to get that belly to fill and the chest to fill. And then into this space, insert, I am all waves of possibility. Remember, the healer never works alone. We're always surrounded by energies that are for us. Just 2 more minutes here. Emotion may come up. Laughter may come up. Tears may come up. But to do this work that we're being called to do, we need to clear out. We need to engage our full self, fully participate. And as I always say, not 110%, that's too much, and not 99, that's not enough. 100% of you. Last minute. I am waves of possibility. Beautiful. Last one. And then just allow yourself to return to nose breathing. Have we forgotten who we truly are? The world is reminding us to return. Return. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll up to sit. Try to keep your eyes closed. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. And reach for a moment. Think of a moment in time where you were so grateful. See where you were, who you were with, what you were wearing, the breeze, indoors or outdoors, sky or moon, stars, sun. Where were you? What was happening? Notice the beautiful chamber of your heart and place that event right there, just to hold it for today. Remember a time when you laughed so uncontrollably. It was so hysterical. Where were you? Who were you with? Sun and moon, stars. Where was the breeze? For that, to your heart to hold today. Time you felt the most loved. Who were you with? What was happening? Enter that into your heart as well. So we may reach for eternity, but how about right now? Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Release your hands. Open your eyes. Come forward into child's pose, please. Notice your breath. Maybe continue to co-create that openness in each and every cell of the body. Maybe connect with each and every soul, blade of grass, tree, the sun and the moon, the stars. Come on up to your hands and knees and begin to do a little cat-cow, eyes open or closed, up to you. We bring more ritual into our lives. I'm working on a presentation, an offering called The Intoxicated Witch. Which will be an offering of all of the gifts of Mother Nature, how she intoxicates us. To allow this breath as it's moving in and moving out, to inspire your thoughts. Gorgeous. And then please press up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Dropping into your heels, dropping into your hands. Remember, your hands begin to get 10 times bigger. Your feet get 10 times bigger. That connection to the earth gets so powerful as you draw up. And then bend both knees deeply, but keep your hips super high to the sky. And then cat-cow here, so you get right into your lower back. Keep your knees bent and cat and cow. Next time your ears fall in line with your arms, press your legs back to straight. Drop your heels toward the floor. Does not matter if they touch. And then begin a walking meditation, feet to hands, please. Standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Just notice that imprint that your feet are making. Just allow yourself to hang forward, drawing that navel in. Making sure your feet are about 2 fist width apart and your heels are right behind your second toes. And place your hands on your hips, press down through your legs, rise up to stand. Then bend your knees, sit back toward chair, but place your hands on your thighs, press down. And then inhale here. Exhale as you round. At the end of that exhale, no breath, pump your navel in and out. No breath, move your navel in and out. We're still in kapha season, so moving any excess. Good, inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. No breath at all, pump the navel. One more like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. Pump the navel. Good. Next time you inhale, look forward, reach the arms up and alongside the ears, rise all the way up to stand. Take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. Reach down through those legs. Keep the tops of those thighs moving back. Sit bones wide. And then come back up and switch sides. Lots of breath. Nice, Susie. Good. Come back to center. Reach the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Good. Send your left leg back behind you. Lunge. Right knee on top of right ankle. Bring both hands inside of your right foot. And then wander your hands to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Maybe dissolve down to your elbows. Maybe stay straight arms. Maybe blocks underneath your elbows. And keep pressing your hips back as you pull your heart forward. In through the nose and out through the nose. Moment that you were so grateful. The moment that you couldn't stop laughing. The moment that love just flooded in and around. We certainly aren't ignoring the times that we cried or felt sadness or pain. They are just as informative. But for today, to wake up, to remember. Good. Lift yourself back up to straight arms and walk to the left until you come to the center of your mat. Prasarita Bhattachanasana. Walk left, turn your right foot, parallel your feet and bow. Squeeze your outer shins toward each other, but make sure you're not just falling onto your big toe, fall onto your little toe as well. Feel your inner thighs pull wide and apart, and then let your heart just drop. Release. You're never alone. You're always supported by many realms. To tap into that, to touch into that, to be aware of that is precious. It's a precious gift. Gorgeous. Walk yourself back to the front of the mat. Step back down, dog split, right leg back and up behind you. Nice. Come on up to your left tippy toes. Come up nice and high. Point your right toes down to the floor. Keep your hips nice and square. And then lower your left heel back down to the floor. Ah, gorgeous. Draw your right knee forward for pigeon. Bhattachanasana. You need to float onto your back. Feel free to do that. And then walk yourself up so your hands are coming closer to your hips. You have a choice here. Stay here or reach your left hand back for your left ankle thigh stretch. Left hand, left ankle. If you're taking the thigh stretch, dig the knee down into the floor and pull it forward, and then spread your toes into your hand. Lift your chest. Gorgeous. Throat back. Soft face. So beautiful. Nice, Margie. Nice, Crystal. And then go ahead, slowly walk yourself forward, releasing that back foot, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Remember to keep squeezing your knees toward each other so that as much as that lazy pigeon feels good, feel a little bit more action in those legs. Draw the knees forward toward each other. Keep your rib cage lifted. So as much as I've been in my green medicine apprenticeship, my green witch apprenticeship for the last 3 years, I'm still in shock when the beautiful family of wild ones heal me. And so yesterday, well, Tuesday, I was with my teacher, my green witch teacher, and I must have gotten some kind of a splinter. And I showed it to my husband and he's like, oh, I don't see anything. I don't know about you guys. This is really kind of creepy, but I like to help people get splinters out. Is that creepy? I think, no? Okay, good. Because something about helping people get splinters, but he said, no, it's not there. And I said, okay. So I went and I got some plantain. If you don't know what plantain looks like, look it up on your, Google it. It's a gift. And I chewed it up and I put it on the splinter and I put a Band-Aid on it for about an hour. I took the Band-Aid off and the splinter was sticking out. And I was able to just pull it right out. The gift of plantain is to help remove, to pull out, to extract. These are things that people mow down, pull out, call weed, throw away. This is the idea. If we could search for eternity, or we could just be here right now and see the beauty and the medicine that's right in front of us. Walk your hands back up, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Pause. Lift your throat, lift your thighs. Then go slightly past your wrists and lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open up your mouth, stick out your tongue. Press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice Kathy, nice Kim. Step your left foot forward. Bring both hands inside. Lower down to your elbows if you'd like. Blocks underneath your elbows. Remember not to tuck your tail under here, but to actually widen your sit bones. Keep your low belly lifted, your rib cage lifted. And then the heart can melt so magically. There needs to be some sort of foundation around that melting, right? If it just all melts, then we're actually going to be very unstable. But to lift through the ribs, to lift through the thighs, to squeeze from the legs, have that powerful drawing in, and then that release is freedom. So maybe in the confines of time and space, that freedom is possible. We push up against the time and space. Maybe Ujjayi breath here, maybe just that soft in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep listening. And go ahead and lift back up to straight arms and walk to the right till you come to the center of your mat. Turn your left toes and deeply bend, deeply release. If you want to change it up, you can clasp your hands behind your back here or do prayer position behind your back. Remember to draw the shins in, widen through the inner knees. Gorgeous. And as you exhale, release, walk back to the front of your mat. Send your left leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Point the toes to the floor, lift up onto your right tippy toes. Gorgeous, keep that leg nice and high, and then lower your right heel down, keeping your left leg floating. And then send your left knee forward, pigeon, Ekapada Raja, Bhattachanasana, the one-legged king of all pigeons. Squeeze in and then walk up. So maybe you're going to reach back for your right ankle. Maybe you're just going to stay upright. Nice, Anne. And then squeeze in, squeeze in. Nice, Maria. Squeeze in. It's as if there's like this, I call it a hydraulic lift, lifting you up from the floor, up and away from the floor. Beautiful. Spread your toes. And then slowly release as you walk yourself forward, forehead to the mat. Keep that sense of hydraulic lift, that feeling of getting lighter. Spread through your toes. That left baby toe can stay dropping into the floor, especially if you're healing a hip or a knee. I am waves of possibilities. It's interesting, our practice teaches us about our layers, our koshas. Therefore, if I am made up of all of these layers, the prana layer, all these beautiful layers, the bliss layer, if I'm made up of all these layers, but the universe is made up of all these layers too. There's many dimensions. So to connect in that way. To not limit ourselves. To remember that we are the wisdom keepers, just as the rocks are stones, stone people. Good. Walk yourself back up and slide your right knee forward on top of your left knee, Gomukhasana, right knee on top of left. If you need to put some kind of a blanket underneath you or a block underneath your seat, I prefer blanket to block. If knee to knee doesn't work for you, right shin in front of left shin, fingertips to the floor here, press down into the floor, lift up through the chest, and slightly lean back, like your eyes just reach up. Beautiful. Nice, Elisa. Nice, Sarah. Annette. Either stay here and connect here, or walk yourself forward, bringing your head toward the front of the mat, fingertips. And make sure your hands are light, right? You let your hands release. There's a time to engage and a time to release. You could choose, of course. Take this breath even deeper. Sometimes in the mouth breathing, it just sets free energies that we didn't even know we were holding on to. Think of that though, every cell of your body is the Atman, is pure consciousness, the supreme consciousness. Walk yourself back up. We're going to switch sides. So you can do it by just lifting your hips and turning to the left all the way around the circle, or just take the other knee on top. Beautiful. Make sure you send your sit bones back and wide so that you're not scooping forward, but you push back. Yeah, nice, Val. Yep. Fingertips to the floor, lift the chest, soften the ribs, look up. And again, either stay where you are or come forward. Dina. Dina, I'm just curious if you took your left shin in front of your right shin for this one. So instead of only...
Yeah, my hips are...
Yeah, I get it. I hear you. So this way instead. Flex it a little.
Left in front of right.
Yeah, and then even right underneath your knees. So move your feet even further apart. So see how I have them right underneath my knees? Yeah, and then flex your foot, pull your toes back like crazy. And then lean forward until you know how your legs feel. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And make sure if that top knee is high, that you do the shin in front of shin. Otherwise, you're just locking down that knee that's higher, right? You're locking that inner hip. Good, Linda. Beautiful. Pull those toes back, push down through those baby toes. And everybody come on up. Beautiful. Unwind, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank pose. Right hand holds you Vashisthasana. So stack your left leg on top of your right leg, turning onto that right hand. or drop your bottom knee. See if you can slide your left foot up for tree pose. Give it a shot. And then push your hips high to the sky. We did this the other day and your hip doesn't quite get this, or I think your mind doesn't quite get this. Try to step your left foot forward now into lunge. Your brain has to get on board for it. Good job. Good. Now step your back foot in just a little bit and go straight on both legs. Bhattachanasana. Beautiful. Blocks underneath your hands if you need them. Press down through the big toe mound. And then notice if you're moving more into your heel or more into the front of your foot, and then soften your toes. I'm so grateful for the years that I've been doing what we do here, because I've gone through so many different trainings, and I always love the question, is this the right way to do it? And it's always, well, how does it feel to you in this moment, not yesterday? Where can you open? Where can you find freedom? And maybe it's just in the mind or the breath today, and the body will follow, right? We know that. Step back plank pose. Take it through a vinyasa of your choice or none. So lower down chaturanga, rise up. Beautiful. Let the breath guide you. Forward to plank when you're there. Bhattachanasana, second side. Try to slide that foot up into tree, but then we'll kind of push our hips down. So lift those ribs up, lift those hips up. Nice, Kathy. And step that foot forward for lunge, just for fun. Beautiful. And then step your back foot in just a little bit. Go straight on both legs. Bhattachanasana. Nice, Susan. Yep. Nancy. Allison. Tack that right hip crease back. Lift that right low belly just a little bit more. Pulling that right low belly away from that top thigh. As much as we love our tools for healing and reach for them for sure. Know you have everything. Haven't even, Sri Ramananda Saraswati would say, and I say this all the time, we live in a mansion, but we only inhabit a closet, a small room. Open up to that mansion, open up to that bigness. Good, step to the front of the mat, please, standing forward bend. Take your feet wide and come into squat. Knees wide. Blanket underneath your heels if you need it. Three minutes a day, squat. Breathe into that space. Such a beautiful connection to when we feel like too spacey, too etheric. Drop into this place. And take your right arm inside your right leg, right hand to the floor. Reach your left arm to the sky, twist. Push that knee wide. And then change to the other side. Coming all the way back. Take crow pose if you'd like, or stay here if it's too long to stay here. Drop down to your seat, bring the soles of your feet together. From crow, if you wish to jump back and take a vinyasa, feel free to do that. Good, and then we'll find ourselves sitting in Bhattachanasana. So you can jump back to squat if you've moved back, and then take it down, feet together. Nice guy. Good. And in your Bhattachanasana, move your sit bones back. So get that beautiful space, feet together. And you're going to make sure the baby toes stay rooted as you walk yourself forward, or stay right where you are. Breathing deep. All of my great teachers have made it very clear that this is a time of great change. We have not gone through this enormous shift for no reason at all. So if you feel shifts are happening in you, great. And then draw the knees back together. Plant your hands behind your back. Place your feet on the floor. Separate them slightly here. Hands behind you. Fingertips toward the buttocks if you can. Otherwise, away. I find it more comfortable toward the buttocks. And then bend the elbows and sink back. So you take your navel in. So tuck your chin into your chest. Lean back. Good. And now press your chest forward and straighten your arms, but keep your navel in. Straighten your arms. Yeah. Yes. Keep your navel in. Now lift your hips off the floor. Yes. Good. Lower your hips down. Come into boat pose. Lift your feet off the floor. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Good. Take your hands behind you. Plant your feet. Bend your elbows. Sink back. Bring your navel in. From here, press your arms to straight. Lift your chest and lift your butt up. Good. Lower your hips back down. Come back into boat pose, Navasana. Good. Now just lower the tippy toes down to the floor. So just lower your tippy toes right where you are, tippy toes to the floor. Now pull your chest forward just a little bit more. Good. Tippy toes touch the floor. Now just bring your right leg up. So good. Yep. Good. Bring your right leg down. This is stupidly hard. Bring your left foot up. If anybody looked in there, they'd be like, that's easy. Nope. Lower down. Good. Back to Navasana. Lift up. Gorgeous. Lower back down. Come to a cross-legged position. Hands in front of you. Step back plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly and stay. Turn your cheek to the side and rest for just a moment. So California Poppy came into my dreams, so amazing, and I wanted to read about her magic. Sometimes the day needs to disappear so you can sink into the lush blackness of night. And sometimes your eyes, whether open or shut, need the inky darkness of forgetting. For golden poppy lives both sun and shadow. She opens her petals in the daylight and closes them when night comes, giving in easily, knowing resurrection will come with the dawn. It's okay to sleep without dreaming, poppy soothes, to fall deep and far. Have no fear, day will come and you'll once again stretch and unfurl. When's the last time you let yourself go into darkness? Released your day walking personality and slipped fully into night, forgetting the rules of being yourself. With no longer knowing true dark, light and electronics glow through the night and the stars are obscuring. Still, with little effort, we can get good approximation of darkness. It suggests here that our circadian rhythms are off when it's only light, and our reproduction of melatonin is hard. Move into the darkness. Let your eyes close into the darkness. Replenish. Turn your cheek to the other side. Then bring your elbows in front of you into Sphinx pose. Tuck your toes under. Pull your rib cage and navel in. And lift your hips and knees up off the floor. Walk your feet in until your hips are nice and high into a forearm dog. Lift your hips. Walk your feet in. Keep your rib cage drawn in. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Look forward. Bring your heel to your butt. Press your head back to meet your heel, but keep your ribs drawing in, heart moving forward. Good. Release that leg and try the other. Activate the rib cage. Pull in. Press the head and the heel toward each other. Look forward. You got it. Lower back, walk back, come on down. Stay in Sphinx pose, lower down. It's easy to drop the ribs here, so pull them in. Drag your hands back so the heart moves forward. Bring your right forearm in front of you. Reach your left hand back for your left ankle, thigh stretch. Bring the heel toward the outer hip. Root that knee down. Push the knee down. And it actually drags slightly forward. Remember, as you come out of the pose, you're still in it. So let that foot just gently release back, but keep almost hugging the shin in as you're releasing the leg. And then try the other side. Spread your toes. Pull through the low belly in. So the back body feels a bit more full. Gorgeous. Gently release. Press back. Take a breath in child's pose or two. And then find yourself back in your dog pose. Stepping your right foot forward. Lower your left knee to the mat, Anjaneyasana. Inhale those arms to the sky. A blanket underneath your back knee is quite nice. Make sure your knee is not directly underneath your hip. Nice, Meredith. And then take your hands, interlace your fingers, and press your palms onto your right thigh and press it forward. As you're moving that knee all the way to the tip of your toes, lift your chest, soften your ribs. So beautiful. Keep your right hand where it is. Maybe reach back for your left ankle. If not, you can take your arms alongside the body. And then draw the heel toward the outer hip. I like to take the top of my left thigh back to meet the heel. That'll soften the top of the thigh. Because that top thigh, that left thigh is going to get hard if you just push forward. Draw that top thigh back. Now reach your right arm up to the sky, take it alongside the outer ear, and then take the outer armpit, inner elbow back. Outer armpit, inner elbow back. Push that knee forward. Relax your gaze, relax your jaw. Take your hands to the floor. Nice, Maria, nice hand. And straighten that front leg, Hanuman Asana. You can do Ardha Hanuman Asana, so half Hanuman, or moving it a little bit deeper. Nice, Jen. Pack that right hip back. Scoop that low right belly. And then leaning that right knee forward again, stepping into that right foot. Swing the left leg up to the sky into standing split. So from floor Hanuman to standing Hanuman, point the left toes to the floor, lift your right low belly a lot. Becca, what would happen if your left hip came down a little bit and your right low belly lifted a little bit? Aha, girl. Beautiful. Super sweet, everybody. Step back, downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice, none. If you'd rather, right? Perfect experience for you. We have our senses. Let's add to our senses, not only taste, smell, sight, right, hearing, but intuition. Left foot steps forward, Anjaneyasana. Right heel to the right knee to the mat. Stretch those armpits, stretch that lymph, get everything. Yeah. Good, Mikey. Nice to meet you. Nice, Dina. And then put both your hands on your left thigh and press forward, press down and forward. So here your knee can travel to the tip of your toes. And then reach your right hand back, reach for your ankle if you can. If not, a nice way to do it is just let the arms float alongside the body and lift the chest a lot. That's nice too, Maria, beautiful. Remember, take your thigh back to meet that heel. So it's not a hard right thigh because that's disappointing to hang out in that. Move the thigh back. And then slide the left arm to the sky. Yeah, outer armpit back more. Lean back. I like that, Kim. Just push your sit bones back too. Good. And then Hanuman Asana or Ardha Hanuman Asana. Lengthen your exhale. Rebending that left knee, plant the foot and swing the right leg to the sky, standing split. Standing Hanuman. Feel the sensation of squeezing your legs toward each other. Again, your standing leg is going to dump your low belly into it, so try to scoop that low belly a lot. And bring both feet to the front of the mat, standing forward, bend. Open and close your mouth. And place your hands on your hips, press down through your legs, rise up to stand. Let your arms float alongside the body, turn your palms face forward, close your eyes and just feel. Our imagination can't even reach as far and wide as this universe is. But we can feel. We have 7 chakras that we're told you go to the 8th. Go to your halo. Good. Let your eyes open. Natarajasana, reach for your right ankle. Bring your right heel towards your buttocks, left arm to the sky. Before you come forward, feel like you're pressing your right knee down to the floor, lifting up through your fingertips. So that beautiful energy, sky and earth. And then press your foot into your hand as you come forward. Keep the rib cage in and try to look up for just a minute. So the gaze goes up and your lengthening goes upward. And then you can come further forward, but not just forward and down, but forward and up. Watch that knee, Linda, pointed to the floor. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Kathy. Good. Come on up. Nice. Nice, Dina. Switch sides. One of the offerings of Natarajasana is a snapshot in time. It's a dance. It's just one moment of your dance that's caught on film. It's one moment of your experience you're fully present in. Good, come on up. Can you put a block right in front of you, right at the front of the mat? If you don't have a block, it's okay. Can you come back to Natarajasana with your right foot first? So take your right hand to your right ankle, reach your left arm to the sky. And starting to come forward once again toward Natarajasana, but at some point your left hand will come down to that block, so go slow. Sense of lifting up before you drop down. And when your hand touches that block, come into Ardha Chandrasana. Or today I'll call it new moon since we're in a new moon. Open into your new moon pose. And then see if you can hold that ankle and come back up into Natarajasana. Come back up slow. And you're going to fall out of it and it's going to be fine. And you're going to smile and you're going to remember a time that you laughed hysterically and it opened up everything inside of you. And release. Gorgeous. Good. Try the other side. I've had some of those real crazy belly laughters lately. They are so good. They're so healing. Go slow. Yes, it does. Come on. Good. Slowly open up when you're ready. Yeah. New moon. All possibilities. I am infinite possibility. And again, reach for that ankle. Come on up slow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And release down. See? Turn your feet wide, come into squat. Yeah. And lower that seat down, lie on your back. Please hug your knees into your chest. Cross your right knee on top of your left knee. Take your arms alongside the body. You can either do letter T or just arms alongside. And then squeeze your shins toward each other like crazy, but widen your sit bones. So the inner thighs pull apart, but the shins squeeze together. And pull the knees in close towards your navel. And then keeping the shins squeezing in, move the knees slightly toward the front of your mat and then slightly towards your navel. Slightly toward the front of your mat. Keep breathing and slightly toward your navel. Next time you pull the knees in toward the navel, squeeze the shins apart from each other. Pull apart, but don't use your hands. And take your legs straight up to the sky. This time, take your arms wide if they aren't in the letter T. Flexing your feet, squeeze your legs slowly out to letter V, slowly out to letter V. Like there's resistance here. And then slowly pull the legs back. Again, like there's resistance. Good, take your right leg toward the front of your mat to make an L with your legs, but let your leg hover before it touches the floor. Navel in. And pull that leg slowly up and switch sides. Let it hover. Ribs down. Let it lift up and then switch other knee on top as we do the second side, taking your left knee on top of your right knee and squeeze your shins toward each other. Relax your jaw. And as you squeeze your shins toward each other, move your knees slightly toward the front of your mat and then move your knees towards your navel. And do that a couple more times. Next time your knees come in, squeeze your shins away from each other. Don't use your hands. Reach your legs up to the sky. Reach your hands up to the sky. Just 30 seconds here. Breathe. Eyes are closed. Drop your eyes to the back of your head. Relax your face. Relax your ears. Such beautiful work. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your nose up to meet your knees. Squeeze in. And then drop your head back down. Plant your feet on the floor. Constructive rest pose. Take some deep breaths. Everyone is waiting for eternity, and the shaman says, how about tonight? The shaman is very interested in what sun and the moon, the stars. The shaman's very interested in connecting the navel center to the tree that's right in front of him or her. To breathe with the tree, to speak to the tree, especially connecting to some of our trees that have been here for centuries and really opening us up to the wisdom, our rock people, wisdom holders, ancestral holders. You can lift your hips up here and put a block underneath if you want to stay restorative, or you're welcome to come into any back bend, meaning bridge, full wheel. I do know some of you like camel as well, so you're welcome to find that back bend. Or if you're cooked, just bring the soles of your feet together and let your feet drop wide. It's great form, Ralph. It's really nice. Make sure your chin is lifted and bridged to the sides of the throat, can breathe. And then go ahead, and if you're in bridge, slowly release back down. Just pause and feel. So if you have the soles of your feet together, your knees are wide, you can stay there. I'm going to give you an opportunity for an inversion if you'd like. So those are your options, either supine Bhattachanasana or shoulder stand, headstand, handstand for balance. Oh, nice guy. Beautiful shoulder stand. Guy, put your feet on the wall and move your hips away from the wall. There you go.
Oh, sure.
You're good. You're good. You're doing great. Wherever you are, keep breathing deeply. And then slowly begin to bring yourself back down wherever you are. If you took shoulder stand, feel free to roll your head from side to side, or if you want to come into fish pose, you're welcome to do that. If you're in headstand, maybe just a moment in child's pose. And we're going to come back up to sit when you're ready in a comfortable cross-legged seat. And close your eyes. And imagine sitting with you as fire. Agni is the very first teaching in our Upanishads, our great sacred text, the teaching of fire as transformation, as possibilities. And when we forget ourselves, we can sit with the fire of existence, of creation. Dreamers, those of us that dream big. First, we must witness ourselves in this moment. So beautiful. And into this place of the fire. Find yourself. And begin an inner journey for just a moment as you spiral down deep inside yourself. Spiral in, spiral in, spiral in. Into this place within you, you will always meet your shaman, your wise woman, your wise man. Connect for a moment in any way you wish. My favorite way is my inner witch just touching my third eye, my first eye, connecting with me. Sit for a moment and receive any blessings, any information, any sharing. It's really up to us if we welcome in this kind of healing tribe, our inner shaman, our outer shaman, our inner wise one, our outer wise one. Now you can stay here, travel back up that beautiful spiral, always leaving that moment of connection with your wise one. Gratitude. If you're staying here, stay. If you'd like to come down to your back, hug your knees into your chest, take a final spinal twist, and then float into Shavasana. Either are just perfect. So gently begin to deepen your breath. If you're laying on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Roll to the right side. Come on up to sit. If you know the closing chant, join me. If not, just let your ears be open to hear. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotiha Mrityurma Amritam Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotiha Mrityurma Amritam Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotiha Mrityurma Amritam Amritam Gamaya Amritam Gamaya. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful, everybody. Sweet.
Sheryl. Bye.
Have a beautiful day.